Hi guys, Yiannis here, and in today's video I'm discussing why you should ignore pace and go by feel or heart rate. Welcome back to the channel guys, and if you're new to the channel, welcome, and please like and subscribe to my videos. So on to today's video, and today's video is why you should not get fixed on pace. Pace is a good guideline, and it is, and when you're running it's good. However, or when you're cycling, however, if your body's not feeling it on the day, pace will not be right. So for example, you say you want to go out for a 20-mile run. Say you're doing a 20-mile run and you say I want to run at 7 minutes for 20 minutes. 7 minutes per mile, say for example, for 20 miles. And then you go 3 or 4 miles down the road and your pace starts going down and you're really struggling, or and you think, well, I normally do this pace. Well, let me tell you, it is good when you're doing a race to look at your pace, use as a guideline, but you should always go by feel, or I would highly recommend heart rate. Now, heart rate zones. So firstly, if you're going by feel is very important, because just don't look at your watch, just go and see how you feel. You should know, well, you should be able to tell by your body when you're running, how you're breathing, for example, how you are able to sustain the pace, or how hard you're pushing. So if you're out for an easy run, for example, and you're not able to maintain a conversation, then you know that you're not able to sustain that pace, for example. So feel is always important, and it's always a good way to go. Now, don't get hung up, like for example, when I come out of a triathlon or triathlon races, when I come off the bike or off the swim, I know perfectly well that if I look at my watch and I look at the pace, that is going to scare me, because I know that I'm not able to sustain that pace, for example. Or if I'm like for a PB, for example, I'm in PB shape and I think, oh, I can do that, I know that I'm not going to be able to, because I've already gone hard. So that's why I always look at my heart rate when I'm racing, for example. So heart rate is more important, because if you look at your heart rate, then you know your limits and you know where you can go. So in regards to heart rate, now obviously that's a powerful tool, and there's so many factors involved in heart rate, and that's why I do a lot of my training in zone 2, and I do not look at the pace. I just set the watch to beep, and then when I'm under or over my heart rate and it beeps my zone, then what will happen is that I would look at my watch to see if I'm over or under, and then I would slow down or speed up depending where it is. Now, there's so many factors involved, as I said: stress, sleep, work, lack of water, diet. Anything can involve in a single day can involve could factor in your pace, for example. So if I was to run a 10-mile run the same day, it's the same time the following day, and eat everything the same, drink everything the same, and to do that on the bike as well, do the same thing on the bike, I guarantee that the pace will be different and the mileage will be different. I've never had a run where I've done exactly, like for example, a 60-minute zone 2 run, for example, and done exactly the same the following day and had everything the same. It is always different, and it's because there's so many factors involved, as I mentioned, like it could be stress, lack of sleep, so many factors, or what you've eaten, for example. Now, when you're and this shows when you're actually looking to go with pace. Now, when you're looking at pace, this is where the problem comes. If you're looking at pace and you're running or cycling, you're thinking, right, I'm going to stick to 7-minute miles, 8-minute miles. That's what I've got to do, and I've got to do that. And that's the problem. People do get fixed with pace. And the same with cycling. I've got to stick to 20 miles per hour. I've got to do this. I've got to stay at this pace. Now, if your body's not feeling it, then the run's going to be awful, or the cycling, well, your training session full stop is going to be also awful. So therefore, why you should stick to like heart rate zones 2 and 1, and you should look at your heart rate zones, or go by feeling. Now, I know full well that I've run with people and they've said to me, I'm not feeling it today, I don't know why. And I know perfectly well that they've overtrained, and it's because there's so many factors involved, and they're overtraining and they're not listening to their body. So that's why pace isn't really a good gauge of what to do. Of course, we all get excited when we're running. We think, oh, wow, look at that pace like that. But if you're doing the speed sessions, then, and you're looking at it and you're thinking, well, actually, yeah, I can go faster, and you're feeling better, and you're looking at your heart rate and you know that you can go faster, you feel like you can go faster, and go faster. But what I'm trying to say is that don't gauge it that much, because it can be a huge negative in your training, because as I said, you could be overtraining, and you end up ruining the session. Like I don't get very many bad sessions. My speed sessions seem to go really well, and that's why everyone gets bad days. But what I'm trying to say is that if you're getting regular bad days, then you know that there's something wrong with your training, and that's why you should not really be fixed on pace. So thanks for watching, guys. I hope you found this useful. What do you think? Do you think pace is important or not important? Please leave a comment. Thanks again, guys.
And the champions of this age group category, Henrietta Pacific and Yiannis Christodoulou.
Christodoulou.